I can already hear the mechanical keyboard.
I mean, I play keyboard, but that's a different story.
Mechanical keyboard gang, rise up.
Oh yes. That said, funny thing, I can't play Trackmania on a mechanical keyboard for some reason, but I can play Riders on one, which is weird.
If you turn up your volume really high, you can hear the boost button being mad. Baron Chat asks, what's the reason for only one practice lap? Is it for time's sake? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, for time's sake. It's just to figure out what the pad buffer the players want to get accustomed to, I suppose.
And one lap is usually enough time for both players to feel it out anyway. First pick going back into Metal City. Both of them hovering the Sonic pick. Both of them going for Chaos Emerald
Supersonic
Dittos on Metal City.
Very interesting.
Supersonic Ditto.
It's going to be very interesting. I believe the person to get the best start out of the gate will be the one to take home this win right off the bat. But we'll see.
Well, whoever doesn't get the 30 ring box at the first flight ramp will have a significant disadvantage for the rest of the race. It will set the course. Not necessarily in stone, but wow, that was a very good start by Xithyl.
Azure also with a very strong start taking the top path.
Oh, it seems Azure's going to collect top path.
Azure will be able to hit the flight route before.
Wow, this is devastating.
Xithyl
The boost is going to happen. There we go.
Take the 30 item box.
Unfortunately, picks up an air box. Going to have to collect those rings right there. Xithyl's going to take power path.
Xithyl's not too far behind in terms of range,
turbulence.
but
oh, the turbulence pushes him off.
The ring boxes, both of them missing the ring box because Xithyl did indeed hit Azure's turbulence. Both of them running into the second lap, pretty low on rings, unable to get any real boost here.
They have roughly the same amount, but Azure's going to pick up the 30 again. Gets lucky with the 10 right there. See,
Azure's definitely going to be able to take the 30 here, but if he messes it up, which I've seen happen before, never mind, gets the 30 anyway. Going to be able to boost down here.
Ooh. Doesn't get that ring box right there because Azure collected it earlier.
Still making sure he stays above 0 rings. Unfortunately, runs out during the drift. Gets the 10 back, though. Still losing a lot of time because Xithyl hasn't run out yet. Still trailing behind him, getting a lot closer now.
Xithyl fairly close to a boost.
Both of them
Azure's in
landing
trouble
on the
with
lower.
15 rings. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Oh,
going to take the ground rail to avoid any interaction.
To conserve rings, but unfortunately,
that's going to slow him down. Xithyl misses.
Xithyl dodges the flight ramp though. Ganapian tried brute forcing this path.
A 20.
Extra little speed. Gets a lucky 20 instead.
Wow, that
Azure also getting a 20, taking the power out,
course.
but Xithyl still has the lead all of a sudden. All it took was Azure running below 0 rings that one time to lose his entire lead, unfortunately. Xithyl taking the first place comeback in the first game.
Fantastic showing by Xithyl. Getting really tripped up by keyboard controls. I'm sure every time Xithyl bumped against the turbulence, he wanted to actually enter into it. But if you don't have analog control, you actually have to hold the keyboard button for quite a bit. Probably thrown off by that.
Very excellent comeback from Xithyl, especially after Azure's strong lead, getting the high path into the first 30 ring box, but Xithyl also getting a lot of very lucky ring boxes, taking the risk on the lucky item box to save time not going into the flight route. Very smart play from him. Very smart gamble.
I didn't even know Sonic Riders tournaments were a thing. They were not. Well, I've been doing this for a couple of years, but they're getting big now, so it's glad that we see new people here.
Going into exactly as Xithyl with Knuckles on the dark.
Killing all the hype. Could you kill Nightbot, at least for now?
Yeah.
Or just disable the anti-spam? It's Nightbot's really killing all the hype, you know?
Well, we have Azure on the legend.
Oh my god!
Xithyl with the attack, but Azure going in with the counterattack, knocking Xithyl off course. Now, Xithyl is getting tripped up on that first corner. This is losing him a lot of time. failing the drift, breaking into the wall. Very unfortunate. As Azure heads on down through the power path. But Xithyl's not too far behind, performing the skip on the top path effectively.
How often do you see that? One guy hits the other, and the guy hits him back straight away.
Quite the nice counter.
Xithyl riding Azure's turbulence to reach the top path very easily, but Azure already going to the second lap as Xithyl's running out of air going into the second lap a little late.
See, this
Azure
is going to be
picking
very
up a
difficult
lucky
now.
Getting the level 2 ahead of Xithyl.
Xithyl
only
being-
needs 2 more rings, however.
Xithyl being out of the range of turbulence means that in order for him to catch up, there's going to be mistakes need to be made on Azure's part. And Xithyl's going to take bottom path, slowing them quite a bit. Unfortunate.
Xithyl is making back the ring deficit, however, actually has the ring advantage. Nope, never. Nope, still does, just by 1 ring though. Gonna need to pick up 8 before Azure does to get that level 3 before Azure to make any ground on him.
Oh, almost falls off right there.
falls off the path. Doesn't pick up enough rings for the level 3 going through the auto section.
Azure's gonna collect level 3.
As Azure takes the first jump going to level 3, gobbling up even more item boxes, even though he doesn't need it. Using the Legend's ability to automatically grant him the top path every single time. It's definitely giving him the edge here, as Xithyl has messed up the jump once before. Will he mess it up again? No, he will not. He will land it. Unfortunately, does not get the skip. Bumps into the dash panel instead. Azure still landing the top path by the cylinders, getting through the auto section long before Xithyl even makes it there, taking the final turn, gonna be boosting through the finish line, taking game 2, taking his first win from Xithyl. Very safe pick, using the Legend there to always get the top path, and it showed to give him the edge as Xithyl messed up the top path once, and that was all Azure needed to get ahead. In addition to that first counter hit he got right in the first couple of seconds of the match, knocking Xithyl down and throwing him off, making him bump into the first corner and lose a lot of time over Azure.
And most importantly, and Knuckles.
And Knuckles, yeah.
So we have some hype on the side of both people. Let's see. Azure's a god. Go Xithyl.
I am hyped. Just imagine
Loving
a player
seeing Twitch
who
chat
uses
still
a
engaged.
controller, plays with keyboard and tournaments. Like, all of a sudden, you know? I would be hyped.
We're seeing both Xithyl and Azure hovering the Sonic Pickup.
Supersonic
Will they
again.
both be going back to
Supersonic
Chaos
Ditto,
Emerald? Yes,
let's
they will.
go.
We're seeing yet another Supersonic Ditto into the final
Again.
game. Who will be able to take it this time? Xithyl already having proven himself as a the much better Supersonic over Azure, taking the lucky gamble and achieving it on Metal City, but will he be able to do it on Night Chase?
The cornerstone of Supersonic on Night Chase is the fly skip. It is the absolute defining moment of both of these players. They're both not going to go the inoptimal path. Oh, Xithyl drops out of turbulence. The trick taking too long to land.
Bumping into too many walls, losing too much time, not making up to the turbulence, you're right.
Azure's going to perform the skip successfully. Ooh, barely misses it. Gonna respawn though. Xithyl performs it correctly, saving a lot of time. Xithyl gonna go bottom path.
Azure still spawns close up, takes the top path, but with Xithyl taking the bottom path, he's still going to be losing some of the lead to Azure. Azure's still in the lead. Azure taking the top path, with
takes the
Xithyl taking
bottom
the
path,
bottom.
which is faster. And now Azure has a lot of time. Xithyl's catching up, but
Ooh, the level 1 tornado gets dodged thanks to Xithyl curving around it on turbulence. Very
these guys
very
are
good
neck
awareness.
and neck. These guys are neck and neck.
Ooh, here we are.
Azure nearly getting bumped off the flight skip. Both of them will achieve it properly this time.
They both
of them
go
taking
bottom
a low
path.
route. Neither of them will be getting the advantage here. It'll be very close heading into the final lap. Let's see what happens.
Xithyl stealing the rings, gets hit by a tornado. Let's go.
Azure dropping the tornado.
Azure's gonna
leading
drop into the
Azure
drop
off
zone
the
section.
Jump. Very unfortunate. I think that one tornado right there just secured Xithyl's final win that he needs over Azure. Azure now discombobulated, bumping into corners, failing drifts, running out of rings, won't be able to boost to catch up. as Xithyl
unfortunate
enters into the
RNG.
fight here. If Xithyl lands the skip, it's GG, and he lands it, bumping into walls, but it won't matter very much as he
That's gonna
lands
be
the
it.
top path and closes
Yeah.
out his final win over Azure,
That's gonna be
knocking
it.
Azure out.
GG's.
Hey!
Very well played from both parties, but Xithyl dodging that first tornado laid down by Azure, getting the edge over Azure, and then dropping a tornado of his own, seeing Azure in his turbulence, getting Azure caught up in his rhythm, discombobulating him, taking first place on his third game, achieving his second win.